Hi there. One of the things when you do fermentation is that you will take a mason jar, put your products in there, cut up your Napa cabbage or your hot peppers, shredded carrots, all that stuff goes in there, and you want to ferment that. And it takes about a month, but what you do is, I found that there's an easy system to help you ferment. It's called the Easy Fermenter. Now, I'm not getting anything from these people. In fact, I have a complaint about them, and I have a solution for you to how to fix their hand pump. This gets sold either by 4 of these lids or 4 of the lids and the hand pump, but you cannot buy the hand pump by itself. And after a while, it happened for about a year and a half for me, the gasket that was, the O-ring that was in here started failing. And the O-ring sits in this little groove inside this plunger. And when it went bad, I wasn't able to get a vacuum. You'll notice it, you'll see it, and you'll feel it. So you could possibly put some oil on this, and that might help it last longer, but I didn't go that route. I went to the hardware store and I bought a new O-ring, and the new O-ring I bought was a slight different size than the original. It's a little thicker, and therefore it takes a little time to get that to go into the little notch where the original O-ring sat. So then what you have to do is you have to get this in here, and I hope you can see this. Put it in a little at an angle there and push it with your fingernail to get it inside the cylinder. Easy, easy peasy. This collar sits here, screw that back in, and it works. Hear that? So the other thing you do when you finish this is you take a little spray of Pam, I like Pam, or you can use any other kind of cooking oil, and put that in there so that that O-ring has something to slide against and won't wear out as fast. The neat thing about these lids is that there is a one-way valve in here that lets the air go out from the mason jar but doesn't let anything in. So you can actually create a vacuum inside your mason jar, and all the bubbles from down under inside your mason jar where your product is, all the bubbles, this is when you first start a ferment, will come out. Not all of them, but about 90% of them. This has a gasket around the outside that matches up with the wide mouth mason jars. So you just stick this on top, put a little bit of oil around the outside of your mason jar where the threads are, and screw this down, and then you take this and you put this on top, just like that, and you can suck the air out. And this gets rid of a lot of oxygen that's inside where your ferment is. Oxygen is bad for your ferment. Is it really critical? I don't know. But I have really good ferments and things go really well for me. So that is how you fix these. You can't order any. And that's it. Quite easy. I like this system. It vents. You don't have to worry about bubblers and getting them contaminated, which happens. Sometimes you'll get some of the liquid from the ferment coming up out of here when it starts going really fast. You don't use this when that happens. You just wipe it up and let it continue on. You can open it again and remove some juice, but that's it. The way you get that gasket out, I use this little crab picker thing which has a little hook on it, but a screwdriver will do just as well. Do not use a knife. You do not want to nick this plastic, which is soft, because once you do that, you've lost your seal. The O-ring that I bought at the hardware store is a number 17 O-ring. It's 1 1/16 by 7/8 by 3/32. I suspect the 3/32 is the thickness. It doesn't match this, but it does work. Now, will this work in all the other hand pumps? They have different styles. I don't know if they are different, but this works for this one. And that O-ring comes from Danco Incorporated in Texas, and it is stock number 35734B. And the number of the O-ring that identifies it is number 17. Number 17 O-ring, there it is right there. That's the one you want. It works here. Your mileage may vary. Good luck.